and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Robert Ricketts, the owner of ITCOMO. How are you, Robert?
Hi, AC. Doing well. Thank you.
Of course. Always good to have you here. So we are talking about a very familiar topic to everybody right now, AI.
That's right. Yep.
So what exactly is AI?
Well, probably the quick elevator pitch for that is it's essentially a highly sophisticated pattern matching software that attempts to mimic human reasoning. Autofill on steroids.
Autofill on steroids.
Yep.
Exactly right. And here's an interesting question. How do you use it wisely?
Right. So a lot of folks try to use AI to answer tough questions, get some facts that then pass off as authoritative, and that's really not what AI is good for. AI is better for soft queries, things that don't really have a right and wrong. So, for instance, and one way to use it is to kind of know exactly what you're trying to accomplish with AI. Use it as a collaborator, not as a crutch. And any replies that AI gives you, especially if they're factual in nature, they must be verified using another source, and not another AI, but like it's getting hard to get non-AI Google search results, but there are other search engines that kind of act like what Google did 10 years ago, and you can get authoritative answers that way by reading source web pages. And of course, just like with social media, don't give it confidential information. Assume that AI is being read by someone, and data may eventually go into the training models.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so it's very important the way you prompt it.
Yeah, right.
How do you prompt it?
Is everything with AI. You want to be specific with your prompt. In other words, specific with the setup, and ask AI to give you specific replies so it doesn't just ramble on. And then as AI replies to you, then you can use those replies to shape additional prompts. You're rarely going to get what you want in one prompt. So as AI replies to you, we're probably talking about ChatGPT in most cases, but that's when you can shape the reply, tell the AI how technical you want your reply, the tone of your reply, what the audience is, if you're helping it to craft paragraphs for you and make your writing a little better.
Yeah. So question, do you think there are some people who are totally like this with AI, right?
Right.
But clearly we know this is part of the future, right?
This is the future.
Right.
It's not
These
going
are
away.
smart techniques in
Right.
how you can use it in a smart way.
Right.
Because there's a smart way to do everything,
That's
right?
right. Yeah, we can just ask a few attorneys that tried to turn in a cite case law that never existed, being censured by the judge. That's happened many times, and not just in the legal professions, but a lot of people who have been professionally embarrassed in front of their peers and superiors by over-relying on AI for authoritative answers, and you just cannot do that.
Yes, you absolutely cannot.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you trust it? Or when should you be a little like, yeah, probably need to, yeah.
So again, with soft queries, for instance, my use of AI is for things, again, no right or wrong. If I'm having a hard time phrasing a complicated idea or a sentence, maybe I'll type that sentence into AI or ask it to kind of choose a different word or rearrange my nouns and verbs a little bit, and I'll think, that kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit better, and use it for cases like that. Summarizing opinions or trends, that's a good use. Summarizing facts, but being wary of those facts and double checking them. Brainstorming and ideas. I mean, you're going to plan a wedding reception and you want to have some cool wedding games, and so maybe that it could help come up with some ideas for doing that. And proofreading, like I said a minute ago, help phrasing for a particular audience or purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think those are really smart. Those are
right.
Safer.
When the distrust.
Right.
Hard statistics, quotes, hard facts, legal, financial, medical advice. Anything where AI seems to be telling you something, it's like, wow, man, that's terrific. Let's do that. It may not be true.
Because if it sounds too good to be true,
right.
It could be too
Especially
good
with
to be
AI.
true. Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. And so you're saying if you're getting statistics and quotes, and then you just take those and run with them, and you haven't cross-checked, fact-checked.
And the thing is, the hard facts are the easiest thing to verify with other sources.
Absolutely.
So that's where wrong can really be wrong.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
AI is not a person. It doesn't have any intelligence. It's calculating the probabilities of which word to display next, nothing more. It's like a super Google or a autofill, basically. And the big winner with AI are going to be folks that know how to craft their prompts.
Know how to craft the prompt.
That's actually turning into classrooms now. Class assignments is generating AI prompts where you can pull the most useful information from the AI.
Yes, and so for sure, the prompting is really the big thing.
Yeah.
That's really it's not about being afraid of it or saying, "Oh, I'm never going to use that," or no. It's about the way you craft your prompt. Right, and crafting it in the ways like you just talked about here. I think brainstorming with AI, like getting ideas for certain things, sure.
Yep.
But when you start going into it where you have no idea, and then you're going to it for all the idea, right?
A lot of folks today are relying on AI to help validate feelings or talk to them as though they were a counselor of some sort. And no, it has no empathy, no sentience, no self-awareness. It has no lived experience. All it can do is reply based on its training model, which is just a bunch of words.
It's just a bunch of words.
Right.
Yeah. And
there's
so
nothing behind it.
Yeah. And that's, I think that's a point that we probably need to drive home, especially, kids have access to it. It's a point that we really need to drive home for anybody who's listening, especially if you have children in the house.
Yep.
It doesn't have feelings or emotions.
Right.
What you're putting in there and what you're asking it to do, it cannot do correctly.
That's right.
It can't.
Right.
So thank you for that. Like we need to keep reiterating these things. And I'm sure you have an article on your site about it.
I do. ITCOMO.com on the internet. Click on the articles up top and you'll see an article about AI right near the top.
Yep. Well, Robert, as always, thank you so much for bringing us all this helpful and useful information.
Glad to do it. Thank you.
Always good to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you next time you visit with us.
All righty.
Thanks, Robert.